Now listen. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
Hey, what is up, my fellow Beyonders? Plus Ultra James here, coming at you with another video from Go Beyond Comics. So today's video is continuing the origin of the mighty Megatron. We're going to be covering chapter 2. Let's kind of do a recap here though. Cybertron, where corrupt senators hoard profits from state energy supplies. The growing numbers of unemployed cannot find the means to fuel themselves. When the Senate elects to automate another off-planet mine, the betrayed miners rebel. Security forces end the revolt with a massacre. While en route to a prison facility, the survivors of the revolt make a desperate bid by taking over the shuttlecraft. They flee to one of the most troubled centers in all the city-states, Kaon, a place that has no value and death sometimes has a price. With that being said, let's dive right into chapter 2. So chapter 2 opens up with Megatron having made a new life for himself as a gladiator, competing in these illegal fight pits that take place in the forge deep in Kaon. We see Megatron battling this bot who's pretty tough, who shrugs off this attempt to impale him. This other bot has the upper hand until Megatron uses his vehicle mode as a weapon, using his weight and mass to crush his opponent and run him over. As the other gladiator lies helpless on the floor, Megatron seems ready to end the fight until Clinch, the head of these games, orders Megatron to finish him. Megatron grabs the other gladiator's spear, but we see Megatron haunted by his memory of killing the security guard back at the mining post. He continues to think about that till he hears the crowd, hears them cheer till all are one, repeatedly till all are one. He then finally stabs the bot. He removes his helm, basking in the crowd's cheers as he looks down on his defeated opponent. He then puts his helm back on, filled with glorious purpose. Meanwhile, we meet Senator Ratbat, who is approached by his assistant with forms to fill out, but Ratbat quickly dismisses the concerns of his assistant, telling him he has more important matters to attend to. I have to say, Senator Ratbat looks so different compared to his shattered glass version. It's kind of funny. We then see how corrupt Ratbat is, someone who's a member of the Senate, seeing how he uses his wealth, connections, and influence to easily manipulate events for his personal gain. He takes advantage of labor disputes, issuing statements for the public and setting up companies to fall. However, during this session, Ratbat is intrigued by a report on the illegal gladiator games sweeping Cybertron. As the days pass, Megatron swiftly rises through the ranks, winning battle after battle, showing how mighty he truly is. Megatron eventually finds himself fighting alongside Clinch, the head of the games. In this match, Clinch's team is up against the wall. Clinch is unsure of what to do. However, out of nowhere, one of his own men stabs him in the chest. Megatron then kicks the bot who speared Clinch and finishes the job, making himself the new leader of the team. One thing that's interesting here, it doesn't really tell you, but I wonder if Megatron just saw this and took advantage, or he planned this from the beginning. We then go to Kaon's Security Services headquarters. Prowl is showing footage of the illegal battles to the response team. So we really see here Cybertron's law enforcement hasn't been able to find the arenas where these illegal games are taking place. I think also they're worried about Megatron's team increasing in power, since most of the volumes of footage they've been able to acquire features his team. The response team is eager to put a stop to this all. Then Sentinel Prime arrives on deck and immediately takes charge. He announces his plan to nail the gladiators in a wide-ranging police operation. We see they're going all out to take out these illegal games, and that this plan requires the assistance of every Autobot officer in Kaon. Sentinel Prime wants Megatron to hang. 18 cycles later, security officers Bump and Fastback are staking out a location. They're complaining how bored they are with and get told to maintain radio silence. All of a sudden, Constructicons arrive. Bumper and Fastback realize the gladiators aren't shipping parts to set up their mobile arenas, they're building them on site, using parts obtained from other bots who get thrown into this smelting pot. Their metal melted down to become the rivets and plates required to build the arena. Damn, this is messed up. Megatron arrives, wondering if construction is behind or was his information wrong. As he's wondering this, a voice calls out to him that shows him new weaponry he can use in order to modify himself and his men. Megatron tells the voice to reveal itself, and we see that this voice is Soundwave. Megatron asks the price for these weapons, and Soundwave offers them freely, provided that Megatron uses them as he sees fit. Bumper and Fastback see this exchange, but then Megatron turns his head toward the camera, looking back at Bumper. And I love this scene right here because it just gave me horror film vibes. Though Bumper and Fastback try to bail out to call for backup, they're immediately ambushed and taken out by Soundwave's team here, whose names are Laserbeak, Buzzsaw, and Ravager. Bumper witnesses Megatron stomping Fastback's head in. Like, geez, Megatron is vicious. He threatens Bumper with the same fate if he doesn't tell him what he knows. However, Bumper refuses to give in. Megatron then backhands him across the room, and as he's going to finish him off, Soundwave stops him. With the help of Laserbeak, they both take the necessary information they need from Bumper's mind. Soundwave reveals to Megatron that there's a broad net cast to capture arena fighters, and that he's at the top of the security force's most wanted list on arena fighters. With this information, Megatron figures the arena has been compromised. Megatron, pleased with Soundwave, agrees to do business with Soundwave's master. Megatron then ties up the last loose end by walking up to Bumper with his eyes bursting red, asking Bumper, "What did you call me? A psychopath?" And then stomps his head in. Woo! That is crazy. And that is the end of chapter 2, my fellow Beyonders. This is like pretty crazy because, like, who is Soundwave's master? I don't know who that is. But it's nice seeing that this is kind of like the slow rise to the Decepticons. And I think that's what I'll title the next chapter. And it's awesome seeing this all happen. I enjoyed chapter 2 mainly also because you see how corrupt one of the senators of the Senate is. And we also see Megatron's slow, ruthless rise to power, showing that this isn't a story of good versus evil. This is a story of evil versus evil. At least that's how I look at it. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Comment down below your thoughts on chapter 2 here and let me know if I missed anything. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Other than that, peace, love, and blessings to you and your families. And always remember every day to go beyond plus ultra. See you guys.